The best brightening product is though another important tip when you want to maximize the effects of brightening is to use all of these 4 different methods in conjunction. The next one is my best true and tried. Hey guys, it's Sue here, welcome back to my channel. Alright guys, for today's video, I'm super excited because today I'm going to share with you guys some of these awesome products that are great to brighten up your complexion. I think it's very suitable as spring is approaching and the weather is getting warmer. I don't know, there's something about spring that just kind of makes you want to strive for that really clear, even complexion. So without further ado, let's get this video started. Oh, I'm like all up on your face. Let me like back up a bit. Let me back up. Obviously, there are various ways to brighten and even out your skin complexion. First, you can do it by using exfoliating ingredients so that you can expedite the cell turnover so that the dark spots or the hyperpigmentation can shed off quickly. So we're talking about ingredients such as glycolic acid, AHA, BHA, LHA, all of those A's, as well as retinol. Second method is by suppressing and reducing the melanin production. You can do this by using ingredients such as vitamin C, licorice extract, arbutin, azelaic acid, niacinamide, etc. Third method is by, of course, prevention and by protecting our skin from any further sun damage by using SPF. We all better be applying SPF by now. Like if you're my subby, you better be applying SPF every single day. Fourth method is by canceling out the redness and making all of your skin tone even, and you can do this by using great calming ingredients such as centella, cica, ceramide, etc. So there are various ways that you can brighten and even out your complexion, but the best brightening product is the one that you can use every single day. I think consistency is so important when it comes to brightening your skin, especially when you're trying to do that at home by yourself without getting help from a professional clinic dermatologist. And so that's why for this video I brought more of a gentler options instead of jumping straight into ascorbic acid, retinol, which are great, but sometimes they can be a little intimidating. I am not gonna lie. When I recently broke out, as I've been mentioning in like every single video of mine recently, I was really scared to use any vitamin C, ascorbic acid product or retinol, so I didn't. I kind of stayed away because I didn't want to risk nothing. And also another important tip when you want to maximize the effects of brightening is to use all of these 4 different methods in conjunction. So one of my favorite ways to do is for the AM use vitamin C or vitamin C derivative if you do have more sensitive skin, and then use SPF, of course. Then for the PM routine, you can use retinol, or you can skip retinol if retinol's not your thing, and you can just jump into niacinamide, arbutin, maybe do a little exfoliating, and then go to sleep. I'm not actually going to go in particular order, but we are indeed gonna first start out with the Ampoule and Vita shot, because y'all know how I feel about big products. You know we like them big. No, but seriously, this is like 100 ml. And it's always on sale. I believe in South Korea you can get it for a ridiculously low amount of price, and even in Korea this retails super affordable. I can't remember the exact price, but I know it's such a deal. It's such a bet for a buck. This is a product that I actually saw a difference in my skin tone. I used this for a couple of months consistently, and I saw my skin tone get evened and brightened up. And so this is a true and try tested guarantee basu. Now as for the ingredients, this has niacinamide, arbutin, and ascorbyl tetraisopalmitate. I did not memorize it because it was very difficult. But basically this is a vitamin C derivative which is very stable, and it is oil soluble. So just to explain a little bit, vitamin C derivatives are basically like, just think of them as the gentler, more stable, easier going versions of vitamin C. But with that being said, they might not be as potent or give you the most powerful effects that L-ascorbic pure vitamin C could, but they're great to use on a daily basis. And I think that's why I do like using vitamin C derivatives as well. And as for this specific derivative, I am not going to try to pronounce that again because it's very hard. Like I said, it's oil soluble, and studies have found that oil soluble vitamin C derivatives have a higher chance of actually getting absorbed better into the outer layer and into the skin. Not technically like get absorbed all the way in, but you know what I mean, right? And as a matter of fact, if you look at the formulation, it has little crystals in it, little bits of the vitamin C derivative formula inside. And the great thing about this is that these crystals or these fragments don't bother my skin at all. So you guys know I have extremely sensitive skin, especially when it comes to touch and texture. Ingredient wise, I'm okay. I'm like, everyone come in, let's party together with ingredients, but like with textures, I cannot do like harsh movements or like dry materials. But with this one, I don't have any problem at all. These fragments or crystal bits with the vitamin C ingredient, they melt down effortlessly on the skin without me even having to consciously think about it. So that's a huge plus for me. And the formulation, I do admit, this is something that I do find myself reaching out for in the colder seasons. It's pretty viscous. So if you have oily skin, I don't think you're going to be a fan of this. But for dry, combo, normal, dehydrated, yes. Come on, let's get on this. It's to a point where when I use this, I don't feel like I need to use a cream. Like we're all set, we're all good. Now, if you're like, Sue, that seems a little intimidating. I don't want thicker formulations. Why I just had a brain fart. Ampoule also has this Blemish. This is more of a recent release. And first of all, I'm not too happy about it because it's only like 50 ml. What's up with that Ampoule? Like you gotta make this into 100 ml. But I did bring this because it has a more lighter formulation. So if you can see, it starts out with a milky appearance, but this just blends out into a transparent one effortlessly and feels more watery and lightweight. Just think of it as like a lighter version of this without the crystals. So as for the ingredients, this is niacinamide as a second ingredient. So this actually uses niacinamide for the brightening effect, and it also has the vitamin C derivative, the ascorbyl tetraisopalmitate, and it also contains the ingredient hexylresorcinol. I feel like a scientist, which is a great brightening agent. And this also contains salicylic acid, which is, as we all know, an exfoliating ingredient. So this combines various ways to brighten up your skin: niacinamide, vitamin C derivative, as well as exfoliating. It has been tested for like sensitive skin, but obviously, like I mentioned, all skin types are different. So there might be some who find this aggravating, but for me, this has not bothered my skin at all. So this is a great option to check out. All right, next product is definitely a lighter one. I feel like if you have oily skin, you will really enjoy this, and it is the Lanbelle Vita Energy Vita Energy Blemish Clear Ampoule. Now Lanbelle is a brand that is newer to me. I love, you guys know, I love their like Super Lock Natural Moisture Toner. That is like my go-to, and so I've been really enjoying them, and I've been exploring a little bit by bit their products, and this is one that I'm totally on board with. This is a brightening serum as well, and it uses 83%, yes, 83% of lemon water as well as ethyl ascorbic ether, which is also a derivative vitamin C, and this is known to be the most outstanding of derivatives of vitamin C. So you can see that a lot of brands actually use this as their derivative of vitamin C. But yeah, you can see that this also has niacinamide as well as metacazoside, and I just brought this because the formulation, it feels very refreshing. It has a more watery consistency to it, texture, and once you blend it out, just feels like a nice, oh, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like a tad bit more viscousy version of the Margaret Essence by I'm From. I don't know why that I'm From popped up into my head, but it did. But yeah, it feels a lot more refreshing, a lot more lighter. So I think if you have like oily skin maybe, or dehydrated skin, yeah. If you have dehydrated skin, you can totally get on board with this. This is also another great product to check out. The next one is my best true and tried product. It is the Mito Answer Rejuvenation 10% niacinamide boosting apple. Are you guys sick of this yet? If you have not tried this yet though, you have to. You have to. Obviously, like its name, use niacinamide as its brightening agent. And we all know niacinamide is a great ingredient, safe, gentle ingredient that has so many benefits. It also has other great antioxidant ingredients such as propolis extract, vitamin E, ubiquinone, and it also has centella, EGF. Honestly, the ingredient list is really nice, and the formulation, I will admit, it's a little bit on the thicker side. This is also one that I do tend to reach out for during the colder seasons, but it's not as dense as the Vita Shot one. This one is like, whoa, it's very occlusive. But this one is more like chill but heavy, if you guys know what I mean. Now, I brought this because I actually once again saw a difference in my complexion when I use this consistently every day for a month. And I was like, I remember I was looking at my viewfinder when I was filming. I was like, wait, my skin tone looks evened out. It looks brightened. And this was a product that I was using consistently then. So I was like, I knew she was the one for me. With the serum, it leaves the skin delectably moist and nourished. It doesn't really leave like an occlusive layer on top per se. So make sure to bear that in mind when you're choosing a product. But yeah, next product I think a lot of people already enjoy, and it is the Skinnlab Vitamin C Brightening Serum. Yes! I love this. This is so cute, by the way. Just to compare all of these products by ingredient list, I feel like this might be the least aggravating because when I looked at the ingredient list, all of the brightening ingredients were more on the bottom side of the ingredient list as opposed to like all of the other products that I showed you guys. Most of like the vitamin C derivatives and the brightening agents were at the top. So bear that in mind. This does have 15% of the Vita Energy complex. So they use the ethyl-ascorbic acid as well as other vitamin C derivatives, and they pair that with vitamin E and turmeric acid, and this also contains hyaluronic acid as well as panthenol. So it's got a good ingredient conjunction, should I say. It's got a good team. And as for the formulation, this also feels light, but I swear I sense the teensiest tiniest bit of oiliness. Call me crazy, but I do. As like, I swear, I don't know what it is. So you can see it has a more runny texture, but it does feel a bit gloopy. And it just, when I apply it, I'm just like, hey, this feels very nourishing. Like it feels like it has like the 2% of oil content in it. So if you have dehydrated skin, this actually would work great. This might be because initially the formula does feel very concentrated, like it feels gloopy. It eventually does thin out to a nice, like a very thin layer of hydration, but initially you can definitely feel a little bit, something a little bit different. Me like it. That's why it made it to my video today. But yeah, make sure to check this out. I do recommend this one. Yeah, I also recommend this if you're more of a drier skin type, normal combo as opposed to oily. So bear that in mind. Now, the next product is one that I do recommend for oily skin type. It is the ISOI Blemish Serum. This has got to be the most popular, the most marketed blemish serum in Korea. Apparently, this has been #1 in Olive Young for like 10 years. That is crazy. I personally love ISOI. I love the Chicago line. You guys know the ISOI Acne Speedy Spot is like my ride or die, really. But ISOI, it has mixed great products, and one of their key ingredients that they use, or signature ingredients, is Bulgarian rose oil. And this ingredient has a lot of benefits to brighten up and even out your skin complexion, to help out with blemishes, and that's what they also used in here. Now, contrary to what the ingredient sounds like oil, like you think it's heavy, you would think this is heavy. This is very, very light. Actually has a jelly-like formulation so that it actually doesn't run down like the other formulation, but once you spread it out, oh my gosh, it just gives you that nice burst of hydration layer without being heavy at all. And it's to the extent where I actually like using this as an essence, like for the first step, and then I'll use another serum. Just because you guys know I have combo dehydrated skin type, I have extremely dry cheek areas, so this for me, in terms of just talking about like the hydration level, is a little bit lacking. If you're like Suoni, I can't do any vitamin C, I can't do retinol, but I want to brighten up my complexion, check out this or Niacinamide, definitely, for sure. Or Arbutin. Yes, Arbutin's very good. This has Arbutin. Yes, it also does. P.S. This smells very strongly of Bulgarian rose, so bear that in mind, but I like it. It's very like reminiscent of something. I can't remember. Last but not least, I did bring a cream. I didn't realize I had brought like all serums, but anyways, next we have the Laneige Radian-C cream. Yes! I actually did a sponsorship with them last year because the formulation is delectably delicious. Did that make sense? Deliciously delicious. This is also a great product, and you're not really looking for a serum, but you just want a cream. Like this, you could honestly just finish your skincare in the morning just with this one cream. It will hydrate and give you that occlusive layer on top. As for the ingredients, this does use the ethyl ascorbic acid. It actually uses 8.5% of it, so it's pretty up there. And as you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but like on the lid, you can see like the product oxidizes a bit. So I don't know, for me, that's like a sign telling me, oh, it actually, you know, has effects. Like, I don't know, like, you know, when vitamin C products, they oxidize and you're like, ooh, initially before it oxidizes, it really did have some effects, you know, it had some potency. You'd think that this would actually have a really gel like very lightweight texture. It's actually the opposite. This has a pretty dense texture. I'd say like compared to like a regular like cream, like 수분 cream, moisturizing cream, this has like 60% of like oiliness and 40% of like hydration. But this is still perfect to use up till the transitional period, which is now in Korea. And it thins out pretty okayly. It feels very cushiony and pillowy and comforty, if you guys know what I mean. Okay guys, that was it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to use an SPF, please, when you're using this. I know that like more stable, like safer versions of vitamin C, but still, like, let's not play games. Let's not risk it, you know? Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next. Ciao!